Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. A few months back, we had a chance to touch about our talent search people. In the talent search, they call Star Search, we not only discover the future talent, the talent for future, but also the workers who are behind the cameras that needs to be recognized. And their hard working, their time and efforts and everything needs to be especially recognized with a huge credit. Today, I would like to give the credit to one of them. She is Shar Jackson.
Thank you, Jack.
Welcome, Shar, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
All right, good. Well, I knew you were busy.
Yes.
For the time, ever since the last show.
Right.
You have been very busy. But how busy?
Extremely. I
Yeah?
am scouring the country.
Oh, are you?
Trying to find the latest and greatest.
I see.
It's always better when you grab talent at a young age and develop them and kind of mentor them.
Sure.
So that they don't make some of the same mistakes or travel the roads that some of these other artists have done. It's really hard to be in this industry without guidance.
I see.
And I feel like I am a person who can, supply a lot of that guidance because I've been in the business since I was 3 years old.
I see. All right.
And I'm still surviving today.
Oh, yeah?
At 30 something.
Okay. You told me that you've been going all over the country, though.
Yes.
And you've been trying your efforts every bit, putting it together every bit you can. But to be more specific, though, ever since last show, what cities have you visited?
I've actually done a lot more internet searching than physical cities, but the physical ones that we have made it to are pretty local. We've done one in Orange County, and we've done one in, West Covina is considered Inland Empire, yes or no?
I see. Oh, well, we can
almost
consider that as a big region.
Okay. So we did one in West Covina just recently.
I see.
And although we had a decent turnout, I feel like I still didn't find exactly what I was looking for.
I see.
So I am continuing this search.
Every time you mention one, there's another one. The one, what does the one refer to? What kind of the event or incident or anyway?
Well, I mean, we've had, they've actually been private auditions. We'll set up a venue and we'll have talent come through and perform. They'll get a number, and we'll give them maybe a minute and a half to perform. And if we see something that we feel is a quality that we can help develop and highlight,
I see.
then we accept them on. And if not, maybe we just tell them that they need a little bit
The
more
most
work.
recent one was the one in West Covina,
West
right?
Covina, yes.
What day was that?
That was Saturday.
Past weekend, anyway,
Just past
right?
weekend. We just did that one. Friday, actually. It was
I see,
Friday.
Friday. How many hours?
We
On
went
Friday?
from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
4 to 9. That's 5 good hours.
Yes.
So what was happening during the 5 hours?
I mean, we had a decent turnout. However, the caliber of talent that I'm looking for, unfortunately, I didn't find a lot I that on that day. And it may have been because it was short notice and it was kind of put together quickly. But I mean, I know that there's more out there.
When you say a decent turnout, it refers in numbers, how much?
I don't even necessarily remember. I mean, I felt like I was
10,
seeing people all
20,
day long.
30, 40?
Probably between the 20 and 40.
Oh,
Between the
that's
20 and 40 range. It was. I mean, it was decent for what it was, and that was, that was private invitation only. So it wasn't even like that one was broadcasted to the masses. So I think this next time we do it, we're going to reach out a little further.
I see.
And,
I see.
you know, invite people, make it a little more open so that people
I
can
see.
get the information and show up. So
I see. What you do, you have a mailing list. You purposely stand it to A and B and C and D.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I see.
That's how it was this time.
Instead of putting up a big advertising.
Yeah. No, we didn't do
saying
that.
that we're doing a big event.
We didn't do that. We had to ease our way into it. You know, if we do it that way, I feel like the turnout will be astronomical, which is good. But then we need someone outside to kind of filter through who's there seriously and who's not.
What's their age range?
You know, we're willing to take children from 12 to whatever.
To whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But I think I don't necessarily want to have kids in the dealing with things in the industry at under 12. You know, it's a lot, and I want them to kind of start coming into their own before.
Among them, who showed up at the West Covina event?
I think the youngest.
How old was the oldest one?
The oldest was like 40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The oldest was like 40, but the
yeah.
youngest was a 14-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was pretty good.
What's their talent?
The 40-year-old actually is a singer-songwriter and can play any instrument.
Oh.
Yeah. So that one was pretty interesting to watch. And then the youngest one, he actually played guitar and sang.
So you didn't take any of them?
I'm considering 2 of them. Considering.
Which 2? The bottom one and the top one?
No. 2 that came in kind of around the middle, but you know, we're trying to get them ready for the Star Search.
I see.
You know, for your voice.
Yeah,
so we have to make sure that these kids are incredible.
You
know, so I can't just go with, they were kind of good. No, I need someone with the X factor.
You pay your attention to vocal talent?
Absolutely.
Performing talent too?
Absolutely.
And what
it's
else?
a full package. You can't just have someone who can sing but not perform. You have to have both. You can't have someone who can perform and not sing. I mean, there's a lot of that in mainstream.
I see.
You know, Hollywood right now. But I don't really believe in that. If you have to do a lot of work with auto tuning and, you know, pretending that these people can sing, I don't want to deal with that. I want to introduce real talent.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Shar. People my age turn to be very stubborn, and I'm one of the typical ones, right? Okay. In the old days, we can easily tell who is a singer, who is a dancer,
absolutely,
who is a variety shower.
Yes.
Right. These days, you're talking about they sing while they dance, and in the worst case, you see people tumbling around.
Right.
Yeah, and making somersaults.
Yes.
While singing. So it is hard to say this guy is off about. I mean, is what? Is a dancer?
Right.
Or a singer?
Right.
Or a contortionist? A contortionist?
If they're doing contortions while they're singing, then they're talented, you know.
Or acrobats.
Right.
Right? So it's all mixed, it's all a mixture of everything.
Okay, and then let me explain that.
Is this my misunderstanding, or is this the tendency of a future stage performing
I'm
art?
going to shock you right now, Jack. So,
please.
Back in the day, you know, when Hollywood was glamorous and beautiful and mystical and, you know, it was a big fantasy. And
even in your time?
Well, even before me, though. I'm talking, you know, Fred Astaire and Marilyn Monroe and all these wonderful people, you know, all these beautiful, talented people. Back then, in order to be a star, you had to sing, you had to dance, you had to act. You had to be what they called the triple threat. That's the ideal of Hollywood that I grew up with.
I see.
In my time, that's, you know, my generation, that's how we still feel. Sing, dance, act.
But no rolling on the floor.
I'm not rolling on the floor. I'm
no
a little too old for the rolling
somersaults.
on the floor. I'm not doing any of that.
Or even back ones.
I'll get a backup dancer to roll on the floor behind me.
No.
But I'm not doing all that. It's unnecessary. That all of that stuff is just, I think it distracts you from the real talent of, if you're watching a singer,
Yeah,
you want to
exactly.
hear their vocals.
All right, of course.
You know, that's what you're there for. You don't want to see them doing stuff that's distracting you. However, you don't want to just see them standing on stage either. You know, you want to be entertained and engaged, and that's why they have to have stage presence.
I see.
And that's what I mean by having both, being able to sing and perform.
I do understand. If you want to evaluate Jack Chow, you can try to see how I can talk,
Right.
right? How I sing, right? How I do something you can see.
Right.
And yet, you're not refusing the chances or opportunities to discover what else can Jack Chow do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So you could probably ask me, can you jump? All right. Can you roll over on
Right.
the floor? Or can you, whatever, bend over,
Right.
something like that, in order to discover the quality
Yes.
of Jack Chow.
But I'm not going to ask you to do all that while you're singing.
The artistic quality of Jack Chow.
Absolutely.
That's one thing.
Yes.
However, when you were talking about performing on the stage, though, why am I confused these days? A singer has to do everything. So that was exactly what I was asking.
Yeah, it's like I said, I feel like it's a distraction. Most of these people who are doing all of these things, they're not as talented vocally as they should be. You know,
All right.
so if they do the flips and the jumps
Oh
and
my
all
God,
of this other
handshake,
stuff,
handshake.
you don't pay attention.
I love you for that.
You know what I mean? And that's what I mean
good,
by
good.
having the artists that you have to do little tricks to in the studio to make it sound
of
good
course,
versus having someone
and you
stand
do
there.
this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And that kind of stuff to
a
distract,
distraction.
to cover the
fact that they don't sound good.
imperfectness
Yes.
of the vocal
Yes.
quality, right? So back to you though, when you try to pick up your search,
Yes.
to pick up your stars,
Yes.
right? In the search, do you let them use the microphone to dance also, to roll over, to do anything extra rather than the vocal self?
Not at all. When we're doing our talent searches, it is 100% stand there, intrigue me, and sing. That's all I care about.
I see.
I care about how your vocals sound.
Uh-huh.
Because at the end of the day,
I see.
that's what's going to help me make an amazing album.
All right.
You know, and introduce the world to something worth listening to.
Yeah, exactly.
The majority of the music that's on the radio nowadays is so like I don't even know if I can express how it makes me feel. You know, it's so disheartening and discouraging for someone who loves music.
All right. Let's take a short moment out. When we come back, we'll find out from Shar Jackson, the researcher, searching, the person in the search of future artists. So stay with us.